Crim3s is a witch house electronic dance group originating as Story of Isaac before they would change their name. The group consisted of Isaac, also known as reupload, who would take after his brother in mixing and DJing, who sold his dirt bike for a synthesizer at 17. Living in a warehouse called the Monkey House in Haringey of North London, Isaac would go on to recruit after first meeting Sadie while looking for a vocalist for his tracks. His first track would be in 2010 called New Flesh, and upon meeting Sadie Pin would record their new single Holes in 2011. Although at this time, Sadie and Isaac together would be kicked out of their flat and experience a period of homelessness, although this wouldn't stop them in the result of crafting more songs together despite the challenges they faced together while struggling to produce music. What is your favourite song you have released so far, and why? Kinda hard for me to pick, but I'm gonna say Holes, just because we had the strangest time producing it. When we were homeless for a bit, we found ourselves staying in the halls of a residence for law students, which we used to have to sneak in and out of. The walls were paper thin, and Isaac had just finished up the track for Holes. I loved it so much that I just needed to get the vocals down there and then, so we hooked up a mic, and at the top of my voice, I laid down the vocals in one take. At the same time, we had people smashing at the walls, and the security guy bashing at the door trying to get in whilst Isaac held it shut. It was worth it. Sadie and I have been on a mad struggle for the last couple of years. We were living in a warehouse called the Monkey Farm with about 30 kids, and it was crazy. Every day was nuts. Seriously, a film should be made about that place. It spawned a lot of great creative people. Our friends Gash Basses, for example, who are a rave crew that have been doing banging parties the last few years. Anyway, we got evicted and people had to leave the country, so we lost our house and a lot of friends. So then it was just me and Sadie homeless and alone in London, trying to get back on our feet. Making music was just impossible. Holes was the beginning, and I feel like our song Stress is a reflection of the time since then. In a part of another interview, someone asks, how would you describe Crim3s' own personal fashion style, to which Sadie responds, whatever is cleanest. I wear Isaac's clothes. He smells, which means I smell. In multiple photos together, Sadie can be seen paired with Isaac, where she wears multiple of Isaac's bombers. These brands can include Adidas, Nike, Lionsdale, and in cover art for their album and last song Militia, upon first glance, looks to be Fred Perry. Since their 9 years of activity, Sadie and Isaac would go on to release a total of 4 separate EPs, 2 studio albums, and 13 songs from their official discography and YouTube channel. Although archives of their previous work before the transition to Crim3s can still be found, such as demos, remixes, or rare tracks. These remixes include White Ring, Salem, and Crystal Castles, who were also artists in the genre of this time period after the early 2010s. Their last song from their EP Militia was released in 2016, although the pair would spend the next 2 years performing concerts. Although according to Isaac, they had to turn down multiple concerts across the world because they didn't have enough opportunity to go live. Although there are clips online of concerts that they performed in Russia, as well as appearances and squat parties across London that they would collab and host alongside Crystal Castles. Although in 2012, where footage of the squat rave would take place, rumours would start to surface. Being chased by police and opening buildings to squat is a funny way to live. The harsh reality of life, not just for us but the people we see around us every day, is what our music is about, and the reason we are called Crim3s. According to sources on Reddit, the overwhelming question of Crim3s' disappearance was a recurring discussion, although other sources on Instagram would share the thread of the topic. The rumours would speculate that Ethan at the time, sometime during or after the squat rave, had stolen Isaac's work and recording sets that was going to be used as an official collaboration between both artists, but instead was used solely by Ethan for his third album, 3. It was also speculated that there was hidden tension between Sadie and Alice. Both artists would have features on the popular drama Skins. Crim3s would have their song Holes featured on the Skins website for the character Effie Stoneham's Spotify playlist from an archived screenshot of the Channel 4 website promoting the show. And Crystal Castles would have a cameo during Season 2 Episode 3, where they would perform their EP Alice Practice, which would play a role in further marketing and promotion towards the band and show success. Their last appearances on live platforms, Facebook and Instagram, would be 2018 and 2016 to promote their 2013 album and EP Stay Ugly. After all this, traces of Isaac and Sadie would be gone, but their official page would remain on Instagram's platform. Throughout the years, Sadie would have her own page but would be found on and off the app before deleting her account for good. Sadie would also have a Twitter account, but there are no post or official updates since 2020. After Alice's departure from Crystal Castles in 2014, Reddit would also speculate that Alice's modeling career would overshadow Sadie's. One user writes, Crystal Castles stole the blueprints from them to make music on Crystal Castles' third album. From what Sadie stated a long time ago, they basically showed Ethan unreleased music, and he sampled and stole them. Crim3s never officially made merch, so people started making their own shirts with the sad face logo, and they felt ripped off. And also, Sadie's modeling career came to a stop once she was replaced with Alice Glass on the Alexander Wang show. This was when Alice had left Crystal Castles. Also, I forgot to mention Sadie's likeness was never stolen and was used on models for newer shows. They basically came from nothing and had to build themselves up from the ground, and they feel like the world had fucked them over. OP's claims would hold weight, as on their Facebook page they would hint at the fact of releasing merch, but upon clicking their shop page on their website it takes you to a 404. This could be speculated due to the fact that they didn't have enough money to be able to produce any. Two Instagram pages I found would supposedly hold answers to all of the aftermath. reupload.fan and Crim3s Brazil. Both accounts show archived footage or posts from the deleted pages of Isaac and Sadie. Even though their ages are unknown, upon inspection from Isaac's pictures, I would guess that the pair is in their late 20s to early 30s. reupload would post a story highlight and a pinned post with updates from Isaac and Sadie's themselves, and even hold pictures between the years of 2020 and 2023. Sadie says, "It's a long story and not an easy question to answer. A huge accumulation of people are stealing and ripping off our sound, and we don't have enough money to always support ourselves. Life is expensive and so is music equipment. I understand, but didn't you have any opportunity to prepare for this over these very long years? A little part of this story I know. I collected all possible information from various sources and communication with people who owned at least some information. I'm sorry, but I don't wish to continue this conversation anymore. Oh, okay, never mind. Thanks for the answer, I appreciate it." Isaac would go on to say, "Hello, this is Rue. I've been informed of a lot of misinformation that has been spread across various social media platforms. I'm reaching out to get this cleared up. I also heard about a documentary being worked on. This must stop. I understand on your behalf that this is coming from a good place, but no one has permission to make a documentary, and if any go ahead, they will be taken down. No one outside of the band knows enough about us to be able to say anything truthful. I would like that the music itself is all there is. I guess the void of information from us allowed false rumors to brew. We have always been private people. We rarely publicly discussed what we were going through as a band because we only wanted to share music and positivity. Many awful things happened. Most of it was due to other artists and designers taking our ideas and having the support to make them what we couldn't. It was heartbreaking to have to see so many people gain success from taking our ideas, yet we were stuck doing all we could creatively whilst trying to survive, working really awful minimum wage jobs. When you put your soul into your art, someone steals and sells it to the world as their own. Well, it feels like hell. This happened over and over again. We never had any support, no label, management, none of that. Not one single other person has ever been involved with this band other than Sadie and I. We did absolutely everything ourselves, and we started this from homelessness. Is why it's so hurtful when people make up stories about people helping us that are just untrue. It takes away from the originality of our ideas, our intention with our art, and our hardcore determination. We put every bit of our energy into it. Over the years, we have been attacked over and over. Many people tried to destroy us, stole our ideas, plagiarized our music, full-on scammed us, etc. It has been traumatic. In the end, I completely lost our mind, and the only way for both of us to recover our health was to leave it all behind. We never meant to stop for so long, but whenever I think about coming back, I find more upsetting things that make me want to turn away again. I guess it's kind of like a PTSD. So no, we are not dead and we are still best friends. We are just trying to find a way to breathe again. I know there are genuine kind people here who mean well and just want to talk about the band, but false rumors about being presented as the factual history of our band are just nails in the coffin. So please don't spread information that you have not heard from us. It's unbelievable the stories that people come up with. With love, Rue. There is also a video from 2021 of Sadie and Isaac playing together.
Come on, come on, come on.
While I don't think their return is anytime soon, with the updates provided by these pages and sources, I hope wherever Sadie and Isaac are now they are okay. Thanks for watching.